You're bullied out. I mean, one Ether Shock at point of the game is going to be pretty much half the health of the Weaver. Yeah, as you say, with those sort of buff ups. So here
let's
we
see.
have it. This is game 2 of Liquid versus Fnatic. Liquid were able to take game 1 of this 2-game series. It was very back and forth though, and a game that did start with Fnatic having a significant lead off the back of the laning stage.
Look at Liquid's expecting it. Liquid's expecting the 3-man top, so they're sending my control top as the Omni Knight, and we do see, like we were mentioning, Fnatic is going to bring 3 store top. Because Wraith King, like, you want to play around this hero level 1 because you look, he has 4, 5, 6, maybe even more stuns coming out from him at this early level if you pop your mangoes, of course. You can put on so much pressure, get lots of kills in the early beginning of the game. So the dodge comes out. My control's even just hiding in the trees to make sure he doesn't get picked off. I'm so glad we actually get to see the Clinks nice and early. I was actually asking a bunch of players before today and yesterday, just what's the build? Because we've been seeing people talk about a lot of different builds. We've seen the Medallion into Hex. I've seen some Deso rushes. I've seen some Orchid rushes. So I'm intrigued to see what we do see come out from this hero.
Already in the mid lane. That's Miracle with a 29 APM. Arbed, I believe he was only on single digits. I think it was APM at 9. Oh, it's not boding well in the middle. There we go. He's hit the double digits now. Now APM at 10.
The battle begins.
So here we go. Fnatic and Liquid both going to grab 2 of the runes each. Nothing going to kick off as of yet. But these lanes, as you say, you know, this is Liquid sort of reading what Fnatic's going to do. Are we going to see sort of Fnatic then respond to that? Are they going to try and force to get this aggressive lane against?
I mean, they just wanted to secure the tri lane initially. I think we're going to just see Pi moving around the map based off what he sees from Liquid's heroes. And Kuro's going to start mid, throw some harassment onto Abed, and then that's where Pi will react. So he's just going to follow Kuroki's movements.
Oh, some people in chat actually don't asking what APM means. It means all chat per minute. It's our new counter to keep on track of which team is using the BM.
Oh, Miracle.
Oh.
He might just be dead.
He's
got a
definitely
fairy
gone.
fire. Oh!
Oh!
He's dead.
All right, Kuro's tried to come out. Kuro's got to be careful.
Kuro?
I mean, Arbed's just going to start right-clicking him down. He'll back off.
They dewarded the mid ward too.
Yeah.
Pi came in with a sentry, so they got that as well as the kill. So, Miracle started with a Wraith Band, by the way, in case you didn't notice that one. Going for that straight Aquila rush, even if it's on the Huskar. We've been talking about Aquila being like that super powerhouse item you get on most solo safe laners, but does end up dying.
So this is going to be a tough lane for Envy. They're leaving him on his own. He's going to get punished, right? They've got a sentry down, Liquid.
Oh, he's not going to get like anything down here. He'll get some last hits with his right click, but Shakuching through the wave is very scary. You see, he's being very hesitant in actually going through the wave.
But this mid lane, Fnatic's certainly keeping very good control of it. As Miracle, just a second dead. And Kuro, he's got the shackles, but he's got to be careful himself, as with the Splinter Blast and the right click, he gets brought down very low. Will survive, but Arbed having this fantastic backup in play from Pielidi's Wyvern, it's securing in this mid lane, and I think we are seeing potentially one of the answers to the Huskar. Just get the Clinks mid. It's very good with that high physical damage output.
Yeah, I mean, the level 2 as well is that big jump forward, because now it's like no one goes to Skeleton Walk early. It's like you pretty much go 2-3 or 3-2. You just skip that Skeleton Walk.
And it's one of those, you know, a lot of the times where you get bullied out of the lane because the Huskar opponent is going to be able to orb walk you. At this stage, in the early levels, the Clinks will just out DPS you, sort of orb walking you away from the creep wave.
And he's got vision advantage as the Clinks too, because they dewarded early on. So he's going to get Miracle up on the high ground over and over again when he steps up. And Universe is free farming top too.
Yeah.
So again, Fnatic, they've got the start that they want. Yeah,
even though Liquid made those sort of altercations to the side lanes. You know, top lane, mind control. He's getting gone on. He has got a purification. We'll be fine. Universe, at this stage, didn't quite have the Ray Fire Blast back online.
The Skeletons will chase mind control. Those Skeletons hurt. Mind control. Drop them pretty low.
Oh. Well, that's spooky.
Oh. Mind control!
He's dead! The Skeletons have done it!
And mid. Abed.
Abed?
He's pretty tanky.
Oh, the creep got shackled!
GH is going to not drop the stick.
The Weaver Terror!
Pi! Uphill miss.
What is going on in this mid lane? We're
my
seeing this is back a few patches. We've got 5 heroes mid at minute 3. All kicking off in the mid lane here between Arbed, Pielidi and Miracle Kuroki.
I can't believe my control died like that. That was pretty funny. DJ just taking advantage.
DJ. Got the shadow round. Should be okay. Yeah, keeping the distance. Mid lane again. They do get the shackle. This time it's on target. GH is there with the magic missile holding on, and they've got the control. They do find the kill this time. Liquid.
So it looks like they're going to play this way. Because Matu now bottom. He's got this level advantage, and they're getting heroes low across the map. So Matu versus Envy. Envy's definitely going to struggle quite a lot here. So yeah, GH and Kuroki have to be making those moves around to at least fix that mid lane. That Miracle is getting just chunked down and constantly. This Blightstone right clicks.
It adds up. Miracle just having to ferry sounds out to himself to keep himself in the lane. On the side, GH trying for the wraparound, but Ti8 there with the positioning, keeping tabs on him, making it very hard for Liquid to sort of get away with that similar sort of wraparound play. And bottom lane, Matuma Man getting pulled down very low there by Envy. Obviously with the sort of the attention drawn towards mid, Envy now having a much better time down bottom now, the fact that he's only got to deal with one hero.
Yeah, he had a good like creep wave push coming through, and he got the bugs on Matu, so he was able to actually put a good chunk of pressure out. I think GH should know that there's a ward here now on this high ground that he keeps coming from, because Pi instantly reacts toward him.
Top lane, another go on to mind control. Has got the repel as well as the purification. Will be enough to allow him to back off, but of course because of this pressure from DJ and Universe, he is not getting much out of the lane at all. Only 10 CS on the Omni Knight, and as you can see, Universe 30 for 14 on his Wraith King, having a flawless time up top.
Rose. 2 for 2.
Mind control, trying to come out again onto DJ. Just had the Mango and the spells available. Kuro's going to be there as well for this fight. Kuro's looking to be the one in trouble though. As Ti8 does start to get the slow upon him. Universe closing in, has got the stun back up in a second. Chucks out the Wraith Fire Blast, the Bramble down as well, so no escape for Kuroki. As Fnatic getting themselves another kill. 5 for 1.
Looking similar to last game.
They seem to be very good at playing the lanes, Fnatic. They're even in sort of situations where both games, this is against a Huskar lineup in game 2, it's against a Broodmother lineup in game 1, but they're able to play the lanes and sort of bully the weaknesses of these heroes that we've seen time and time again in the past just absolutely roll over teams.
Yeah, I'm loving Pi's play so far this game. He's just incredibly active even on a hero like Wyvern. He just reacts very quickly to the movements from Liquid, and his warding's been on point. Same thing with the sentries. You see him just constantly moving around, trying to make plays happen. There's a sentry in mid lane, sentry on the usual war spot, and sentry already up top. So just preparing for everything. And yeah, look at this move toward top. Mind control. She may get brought down. Ooh, just out of range.
Yeah, that'll keep him safe. As Pi and TJ were to back a bit again, just so much space being made for Universe up top.
Yeah. And because of this, because of forcing so much movements, like you said, it gives Envy that freedom down bottom to actually be a ranged Weaver, lane dominator versus a Bloodseeker.
All 3 cores of Fnatic certainly feeling like they're going to come online at a better pace in comparison to the pace that the cores of Liquid want to. You know, you have this Huskar, and Miracle, he did not have that great start. He's 0-3-1, died 3 times in the laning stage with the dual pressure that both Ti8 and Abed were piling onto him.
Now he's doing Ancients. Got the very nice camp for himself there too, so he can use his Burning Spears to farm it faster.
Top lane trying to get on mind control. It's been a bit of a tricky kill to go for, obviously being the Omni Knight with the Repel and the Purification. Again, mind control will be safe. But in terms of keeping Fnatic off the tier 1 top, it's very hard for mind control to do on his own. Fnatic pushing in to get the Wraith Fire Blast. Kuro's going to be there with the potential backup. We'll look towards mind control, but the Bramble and the right click there for the Shadow Realm, bringing mind control down very low. He will manage to get away as Kuro looks to give his life, as he will hold back Universe. Fnatic simply turn their attention towards the Shaman instead and will take his life. So Kuroki will fall. Mind control does manage to get himself back to safety, but he is going to have to take the long walk back to base.
It's like, you know, that's for the good of the team. Kuro just constantly tanking that. Abed mid versus Miracle. Miracle will be okay.
Kuroki back in the game. We'll be back towards the mid lane to help out Miracle.
Ooh, they wanted to go for Envy down here.
They get the wave of terror upon him. A little too deep beneath the tower for them to go for, especially with Ti8 coming in, having that extra backup for Envy. So with the Wyvern around, with that time lapse, of course, now online for Envy, a very tricky kill to find. Top lane, 8 minutes in, Fnatic find the tier 1 tower.
So I was wondering what Wraith King builds we're going to be seeing. So it just looks like Tread, Soul Ring into Blink. I've been hearing some rumors about the Dominator, because you buff up your spiders and you act like the split-pushing beast, but Universe wants to be acting as an initiator to start the fights for his team. And I think it suits perfect with what his lineup has.
Kuro's heading out. Just have to be a little careful. They could try for Universe, but Universe, of course,
Nice.
he's got Reincarnate. It's with the two of them, and with DJ, of course, close behind him. Very hard kill to find. Bottom lane.
They're very underleveled on Liquid. They use the level 4 Shadow Shaman, level 5 Omni. There's a level 7 Wraith King.
Look, because we can see on the individual net worth, Mind Control's Omni, very poor. Only 1800. On the similar level of farm to that of the supports on Fnatic.
Miracle's actually just been in this the triangle, the dire triangle we call, for the last 4 minutes or so, just trying to farm back up. Level 7 now already, and has 2 components for that armlet. So not slowed down that much. He's pretty much the same level as the Clinks, maybe 1 level behind, but decent recovery for dying 3 times.
I mean, this is that we saw obviously in game 1. Sort of.
See a
Ti8. Oh, TP, is it gonna pay off? It is not. Damage just there as the Shukuchi's back online for Envy, as he will be able to get himself the kill. But yeah, game 1, we saw, I believe the 10-minute mark was more sort of like a 7k advantage for Fnatic. This game not nearly as sizable, only a 2k lead at the moment, so absolutely every chance that Liquid are going to be able to make that recovery story happen. We saw them do it with heroes that may have struggled, like a Brood, last game from Matumba, that did have a very punished start. The same time round, this game we have Miracle, suffered in the laning stage, but definitely the potential to make that comeback happen, as we've seen Liquid do many times before.
I mean, this one though, it's not like the pressure isn't there. I feel like in the last game when you're playing as Fnatic and you see this Spectre and the game starts ticking, you have that like ticking time bomb. You start feeling it, the pressure. Well, on this one, it's not like that as much. Sure, the deck Huskar and Bloodseeker are still very strong, but Mind Control trying to get himself these bounties. Now gonna just run, trying to make
cost
some
him his
space.
life. Yeah, they've got the Curse Grant.
He is very
Into
dead.
another Ray Fire Blast if necessary. There we go, lays it down. Another kill for Universe. 1700 towards that Blink Dagger. It's going to be this 11-12 minute mark. Blink Dagger on this offlane Wraith King. He is having a glorious time. The dust is out onto Envy, but he's already out of there. They can't quite find the lockdown required as Envy makes his way back to safety. Bottom lane Ti8 just trying to find himself that level 6, so he's going to be ready for the team fights.
That's why we see Envy being so active right now. I think that's probably one of the biggest things I see Envy do is like he either hits the jungle or just starts making moves around the map to make sure that his supports can get, or in particular Pi, gets that level 6 at a good early timing. Backing out, getting him just some farm right here. Miracle does have the armlet finished.
Look, I wonder if he'll go with this. Interesting. She said item builds for Clinks at the moment, pretty much up in the air. The straight Monkey King bar rush.
Guess he's expecting the halberds and whatnot to come out for the Miracle Huskar.
So going to be there.
Okay. Like we said, like I've heard from all players. I've heard different builds. That's why I'm very intrigued to be seeing this. I haven't asked. I'll use this right here because I actually asked Miracle like a couple of hours ago, and he said he doesn't really know exactly what the build is. They're all kind of still experimenting to feel what's best. But we've seen, like we said, Medallion Hex, Deso, and Orchid, and I guess now an MKB Rush. So tower push mid. Got the wards placed down by Liquid. Slow it down a bit here. They're even bringing Universe, who I believe has the blink. He does. So they've got that way to start the fight.
So they can find the opening Universe. Going in, they have managed to kill off the Huskar straight away. There was no sort of save out in time from Liquid, as indeed Fnatic just jumped forward. They clean up 2. The tier 1 will be safe for now, and now they can put some pressure on themselves.
Radiant are scanning.
Taking the fights as such, I believe the DJ there with a very nice sort of fear, making it very hard for really Liquid to find the position, because that's the problem. You know, as an Omni Knight, well, some of your spells, they've not got the greatest of cast range. So you've got to be very careful when there's the Dark Willow in the game. Like, how do you sort of get close enough to your core to have that sort of last minute save? You've either got to throw it out straight away, you've either got to throw it out yourself, maybe repel yourself so you can get Purification out. It's very hard to play this sort of melee well, obviously you're not a support, so he's falling behind in net worth, but in terms of having the saves, you know, having your offlaner be the save, like, how does he do it in this sort of a game with DJ getting out the fiercest?
Uh-oh. Kuro TPs to the shrine, and he's dead. Looks like he maybe wanted to get some wards up, but it's 11-1 already. The map control by Fnatic.
It is getting crazy. It's just so hard to sort of write Liquid out of a game after you saw what they did game 1. Like, this is the thing. Of course, there's this lead for Fnatic, but so there was as well game 1.
Yeah, this one, you know, we touched upon how there's a lot of short range on Liquid. Pretty much,
Yeah.
they're a 3 melee,
Three
but then
melee calls.
also Venge and Shadow Shaman aren't the longest range heroes either. And they're
No.
playing not only into Wyvern, but into that Willow, as you're talking about. So those AoE abilities can really start to play a big factor once those team fights coming out, as we just saw. Even though it was like not really, like, it's a team fight, but it's like the team fight's done after the first like 3 seconds.
Sure, it was a fight that Liquid sort of got themselves caught in and then
Yeah.
didn't want to stick around. Got themselves out of.
Matu almost has the Blade Mail. Looks like it's just going to be a Crimson Guard rush for Mind Control, since it's majority physical damage coming out from
They're
Fnatic.
going to try again for this tier 1. See if they get away with it this time. TPs are coming through from Fnatic. Miracle on the front lines, repelled up. But we'll have to back away. Universe, he's in. Straight away with the Raid Fire Blast. There's the swap from GH, trying to keep Miracle safe. Still will get caught up by the Splinter Blast so low. And as you can see with the team, they're just ignoring GH and going straight for Miracle. The physical damage isn't enough. They've got the Curse Crown. There's the backup of Mind Control. Matsuma Man tries to turn with the Rocha, but there's the Winter's Curse coming out, catching the 3 of them, holding them in place. Miracle with the armlet toggle still alive, but no, he finally pops. They've taken down Miracle. Universe will get taken down the once, but he's got the Reincarnate. He's ready to come back for a second round. 3 dead on Liquid. They just can't win these fights. 14-1. As Fnatic very close to having the Demon Edge on Abed. This Monkey King Bard, at the pace that he's going to get it.
I think Liquid has to just not like wait to take these fights when they have some more levels. Like, My Control only was level 7 in those fights, so he's got 4 points in Purify and 2 in Repel, but that's not really displaying the power that Omni can really have in these fights. Like, the Repel comes out and then they have to make something happen as that Repel happens, but they can't. They can't actually just straight up start the fight like Fnatic can with a blink stun. They don't have that option just yet.
I mean, the more you think about it as well, the more annoying a Wraith King offlane is, right? Because how do you deal with this hero, right? You've got sort of this offlane hero that, I mean, you say off, but he's second highest on the net worth. This is a massive problem. As we saw, you can kill him once, but the sort of time it takes to kill him twice, that's more than enough time for a Clinks to rip through half of your team.
Yeah, and Clinks, we saw there, he can just kill in one disable for the most part against a lot of these heroes. Throwing a Weaver Bug on top, and I mean, he's about to have MKB finished. So that's even, you know, we talked about how he's going to get evasion on the Huskar, that Halberd, but there's already going to be an MKB done.
I was going to say, it's not a lot of games where you see a Huskar sort of be a whole halberd away from having a halberd when there's a Monkey King bar in the game. You know?
Yeah.
This is quite the pickup from Abed. Bottom lane Mind Control.
The team
We'll
fights
get to Repel.
the team fights really just feel like it's going to be so difficult for Liquid to actually
Oh.
take. They have to get it through like 1-by-1 pickoffs or just some miraculous save on Miracle if they do want to take these fights. Just on paper, like looking at it, like with a Wyvern and Willow, the team fight's already just better unless the Omni Knight gets like perfect spell usage off. So I think if GH swaps on Miracle, they need to watch how they clump and have Mind Control in the right positions. It's going to be tough.
I mean, it really just feels like the draft of Fnatic this game is... I don't know if Liquid drafted the best way to deal with it.
It's
It feels
very
like they're
single
struggling.
target.
Like,
Liquid's
for
very
Liquid,
single
how do they
target.
actually go about getting these kills? It's just that they have lockdown in the form of the Shaman, but they've got very elusive heroes on...
I think they just
Fnatic's
want to play.
lineup.
They want to play with an Aegis. They want to be
So
playing with
hard.
a Rosh, but they smoke, and Abed is already walking directly into them. Like, that's usually the theme of the game when you're with a Huskar, is getting that Rosh. But then I look at it like the Shadow Shaman, the Venge, and the Huskar on top. It's just like screaming Roshan. But into Fnatic's lineup, it's tough.
They do get the Rupture onto Envy. He'll keep himself out of the Blood Riot and not be baited into using his time lapse, as he'll be able to keep his distance and TP back to base safely. Again, sort of just a lack of strong, hard initiation from Liquid that could set up them for kills. Bottom lane Mind Control pretty deep. He's going to go for the Repel and TP out. Universe turns up to the lane to clean up the farm.
It does look like Liquid decided that the fights, they need to split up and just make sure that they're heroes right now at this point, because you see GH starts farming, maybe he's level 8 now. Omni Knight, Mind Control, farming bottom, level 10. You see that big jump up in levels instantly from them just splitting up. Matu and Kuroki poised top rather than taking fights, so they are starting to get their resources back into play, but still 7k advantage for Fnatic, and they're not really letting up this time. They're looking to keep the pressure on constantly.
Oh!
Oh, he gets him at the end.
Oh, DJ.
He's got a Spirit
I
Vessel
mean,
already.
He's going to get that kill too there. DJ with the foresight to set up for that second kill, the big one as well. Finding Matumba Man with the fear, cancelling his TP. I think this may be one of those heroes that you just don't want to let DJ to have. as 507 on the Dark Willow. You're
Uh-oh.
not killing him, and he is setting up for the big kills as well.
And now they're making their way in that rush. Liquid, they really want this, but I don't think they can contest this by any means. It's dying far too fast to Abed and Envy. And Envy's even got a Maelstrom on top too. Envy, he didn't die in the lane at all. He was left alone, but he's completely farmed up.
Yeah, the Maelstrom, a bit of an injury, not necessarily the most common sort of damage item for a Weaver you see gone for. I mean, why do you think he does go for? It's on paper, you're going to get a proc with the Geminate. That's likely.
You still do a lot of damage. I mean, it's probably still one of the best damage items for
Yeah.
a Weaver, and you can split push better.
Yeah,
He's
push
just
the lanes
he's
quicker.
more concerned just about being farmed in this game. It looks like because his teammates are making a lot of the plays. We've been seeing like the Wraith King as well as. I mean, Wraith King and Willow have been making a lot of the plays, but Pylite die 1-0 and 11 on this Winter
I
Wyvern.
mean, they're all having a
non-stop.
fantastic. They say 17-1, as we saw down there. GH getting picked off. Mid lane, just classic Dark Willow things, as Dark Willow solo bullies a core out of the lane.
He's got a vessel so
mean, he
early
is
on in the
very
game.
far ahead.
He can just keep vesseling this Huskar and
DJ.
making his life miserable.
Yeah, same level as the Huskar as well. Level 12 on the Dark Willow.
Yeah. DJ's always high level.
Is having a fantastic time. And
Yeah, Liquid just still content with
Alright,
splitting and
okay.
farming a bit.
Maelstrom,
He had the Blade Mail queued. I did
the
see
Blade
that.
Mail Weaver.
I did
That
see that
is
queued as
something
well.
different.
Envy always queues up items, don't change
Okay.
it, remember.
I mean,
But-
I want to see the Blade Mail.
However,
I mean, it's the you
he
don't
runs with the Blade Mail and then he time
I mean, I guess
and
that's
he's
what
back.
it is.
There you go.
That's the thing. It's like, aha, you think that I'm buying Blade Mail on a hero with 1k HP? No.
I have
1k times 2 is 3k.
He'll change it.
2k.
I hope he doesn't change it. That'd be fun.
I hope it honestly
Oh
is a
god,
Blade Mail envy.
that's a DD Abed. All right, Clink's hitting for 400 with an MKB. And another MKB being built by Universe, of course, just all trying to deal with that itemization. That will be that evasion of
The damage.
Team GH.
The tower. And envy. And up the middle lane. Miracle and Mind Control, not really two that he wants to go in on alone, but the backup is on its way. Splinter Blast won't quite catch out Miracle, but Envy looking to lead in. And Miracle and Mind Control is sort of separated here. The stun from Universe is going to be that there's no chance of really Mind Control getting up in range of Miracle. The fear, again coming out onto the two of the Miracle will try for the TP out as he has been, but there's the Winter's Curse coming out from Pylite Eye, holding both Miracle and Mind Control in place, as Fnatic will easily clean up both of them.
And there's the another part of the Willow combo I actually didn't even say either, is the curse into just the Curse Crown.
Yeah.
You curse him and then you get a stun right afterwards anyway, and that is scales up to a 3.5 second stun.
I was gonna say, it's this hero. There's not a bad trait of Dark Willow. It doesn't feel. Every spell's amazing, and especially as we say in the hands of DJ. And there it is, the Blade Mail Weaver. We're going to see it
bought it.
live in action.
Yeah, he did. Okay,
He bought
nice. Oh,
Timber,
bottom,
he's
Matu.
got a Blade Mail. So that will sort of put Arbet off from going straight for the kill. So Timberman, he's gonna show his face again. He's got the swap from GH. Okay, the counterplay. They're looking to sort of bait Arbet into this with the magic missile. They may have just managed to outplay Arbet. Is Arbet now surrounded? Will try for the TP out. Is he
No
going
way.
to make it? He is! Arbet gets out. DJ's coming in. He wants to kill off Timberman. The repels there from Mind Control. And DJ as well. He's shadow round. He TP's out. They both escape and draw the attention of 4 members of Liquid down towards that bottom lane that don't find any action at all.
I can't believe Abed lives there.
Very, very. I mean, it's 20 to 1. 22 minutes in. I know that last game we saw Fnatic throw away quite a sizable advantage. Surely that's not happening this game. This is something else.
They've got the items to counter the Huskar before
Yeah.
he's even. I mean, now he's starting to get closer to it. But look again, no hesitation. Fnatic with so much map control, just always looking for Miracle. They've got the control, the damage. Will he get in range of the shrine? He will not. Yeah, Envy though.
Oh, Envy.
But he's got the Aegis.
Okay, he's got the Aegis. And he's got that Blade Mail ready for round 2. Universe on the side. He's got the stun onto GH. GH is gone. That's going to be a double after he picked up Miracle, of course, down towards the Dire's jungle. Kuro held back by the Winter's Curse, cancelling the TP. And Arbed, he's already looking for the rest of the side. They got the Ray Fire Blast stun out onto Timberman. The damage from Arbed enough to finish him off. Kuro's still on the run, but Envy and Pylite Eye ready to chase, as it looks like Mind Control was the only one to successfully get himself out of this terrible, terrible place for Liquid to find themselves, as a double kill for Envy's picked up. 24-1. Fnatic absolutely stomping Liquid here in this game too.
Yeah. They just can't get any way to actually take fights versus Fnatic. They just keep having to split up. They never can be clumped as 5 versus this because of how play the lanes and everything. When just Fnatic in full control. Liquid got good wards up in the meanwhile a couple minutes ago, but doesn't really help them actually take the fights. Sure, they'll know where the fights might be happening, but their heroes just aren't at that point yet. They're just fully countered too. Even when the Huskar gets his item, I think the MKB is almost done on Universe as well, so 2 of them.
We'll see this replay again as Envy sort of baits them in as they go forward to pop the Aegis. But little do they know that Fnatic was ready and raring to fight straight after the Aegis was taken out of the hands of Envy as they strike back hard, cleaning up 4 of the 5 in Liquid.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
As the lead just continues to grow. 15k net worth advantage now, 22,000 in experience.
Dire's bottom tower has been denied.
As Liquid are going to have to pull out something quite phenomenal to swing this one around against a tricore of Klinks, Wraith King and Weaver. All 3 heroes scaling very, very nicely as the game goes on. As you pointed out earlier, there's no sort of Spectre-esque hero on Liquid's lineup as they had in Game 1.
I think they just have to be playing behind each other now. Like you're getting split up, you're getting picked off too much. I mean, it's 24-1. Yep. They have to be sitting as a unit. But look at this, Pi again. The vision from Pi in both games has been phenomenal. 1-0-15 on the Wyvern. He sees all of Liquid poised here. Pi actually smokes himself, trying to find some wrap here.
He's going to open up onto Matumba. Drops the Winter's Curse. Doesn't look like they're actually going to look to follow up on it though. As Pi, he'll try for a TP out, will make it, as will not be found in the tree line. So it looks like Fnatic didn't really want to commit for that fight there.
No, I mean Envy was pushing top for quite a while already.
Yeah.
And Liquid they could see Envy pushing top. They had all these wards, just seeing him run through the lane as well. So they were just trying to get any type of pick off there to get back up, because they are, as we said, like 5-manning now. They are just sitting behind this Huskar with the new Heaven's Halberd.
Radiant are scanning.
Radiant scan, right on the high ground there. They know that Liquid's up.
No at all, Fnatic.
Great reads of the map.
Bottom lane Pi. Been found out here by the way of a Terror. On the side though, the Fear indeed pushing the 2 of them back. They're ready to commit as Abed pops the BKB, looks towards Matumba Man. Matumba Man will keep the distance, but Miracle, he's in trouble. The Curse Crown kicks in, he'll get surrounded. He does have the repellent backup as he look to try and man up onto Abed, but the damage is not there. He'll jump himself across to Envy, but Envy still alive, keeping himself fine with the time lapse. They've lost 4 on Liquid, and they're going to lose more. They chase down there onto Mind Control as he heads towards the Ancients, ask them to take him, but there's no chance as the damage is too high from Universe, grabbing the triple kill. A team wipe, 29-1 now for Fnatic against Liquid. I don't think Fnatic can throw this game.
I don't think that it just feels impossible.
They've got all
so
far ahead.
They 3 cores, they have MKB. So that fresh Halberd was countered before he even got it, but now it's even more so countered. And they just, they can't take any fight. They can't take any fights by any means. Even if they have everybody there, it just seems impossible.
Certainly looks like Fnatic did their preparation here for TI. This first series, short game 1, they lost, but at the same time, we saw a lot of sort of positives from
They looked
Fnatic
great in the first 15 minutes.
They just let it slip. This is what happens when Fnatic don't let it slip. It just is absolute destruction.
Such crisp plays. I mean, I'm just gonna keep reading Pi's score because his warding for me has been a really big point of them being able to make a lot of these plays.
Every time the Winter's Curses, the fears from DJ, so much to just stop these sort of little plays happening like that, as we saw the Miracle trying for the kill. And so as we can see, what the goal distribution from both teams, all I can see is there's a lot more of the chart on Fnatic's side than there was of Liquid.
In every category.
There wasn't much of a chart on Liquid's side.
In last hits, it's Fnatic. In kills, Fnatic. In every single tiny thing, it's been Fnatic. Towers, etc. So Liquid, this might be the last hurrah. Trying to see what they can catch here. Universe will break it.
Yeah, and he's out straight away. So Fnatic, no. Fnatic, no. And of course, Universe with that Skeleton's attack damage talent. The army is ready to roll. Do try and lead in with the Rupture, but again, you're rupturing a Willow. Shadow Realm and a TP out. He's fine. DJ's back. Doesn't, of course, TP all the way back. He's at the tier 2, so he's still ready to join the fight if it kicks off.
trying. Maybe they try for the Roche. They have very little options that they can actually do. It's either take a fight, try to win it, or I mean,
surely
Roche,
they can't get away
they need
with this.
Aegis and Cheese, but this is
Yeah.
This is going to be really hard to take. Fnatic has ways to get vision in the pit easily with the bugs.
Universe is just straight in. Given the vision, looking for the chance to open up. He does get turned upon, and well, with the magic immunity, they'll be able to take him down once. On the side, Envy poking and prodding at GH. So that's going to be DJ finishing off Kuroki. Envy ready to go back in as the buyback's coming out, but there's no buyback from Miracle. He's dead for 50 seconds. DJ being chased down by Matumba Man, but Matumba Man at the same time having to be careful as Envy hot in the chase. BAM!
Yeah, he's dead.
DJ with the snipe gets the pick off. And that will be Roshan falling into the hands of Fnatic. GH, he should fall as well. The Curse Crown holding him down. DJ dancing around him, picking up a triple kill. It just doesn't stop for this point. 9-0-13 on the Willow this game.
Everybody score on the side of Fnatic.
It's
34 to 1. It'll happen.
It's 34 to 1.
Such crisp plays coming out all around from them. Liquid just don't seem to have a dog in this fight at all.
I mean, I know it's sometimes you see ups and downs from TI winners at the past, but have we ever seen a TI winner turn up and get 34-1 in the first series of the next one? I don't think so. It's a rough time for Liquid. But at the same time, it doesn't feel like Liquid are playing terrible. It just feels like Fnatic are playing fantastically. Sort of the draft decisions, the lane decisions, and the calls that are being made, that the individual plays. It's 10 out of 10 across the board from Fnatic at the moment.
Their teamwork, the teamwork is excellent too. It's just like it doesn't seem like that hesitation's coming around, right? Like Pi was, in the beginning of the game, let's say like Pi was the Wyvern, he's walking from top rune, and they start making an aggressive play mid. Instead of walking that extra like 20 seconds it would have taken him to be there, he instantly just teleported. Like the decision making is very, very top notch right now by Fnatic. Not giving Liquid any extra breathing room in this game. While usually what we talked about in the last game, right? Sometimes it tends to be when Fnatic has these big leads, they sometimes start backing off, start farming. This game, no. It was like this Willow, the Wraith King, the Wyvern, all looking for aggressive plays.
That's some open AI level of confidence here from the numbers. 99% win probability here for Fnatic. I mean, I admire that. You know, you look at the numbers, but it is Fnatic. 98. You know,
98. Take it down.
I think I'd take it down a little bit. We've seen some crazy back and forth from Fnatic in the past.
It's true. Who's the only one with? It's Abed's the only one with the death, right? Yeah, it's just Abed.
Oh, Abed. Well, he had a good run.
Yeah. Miracle. Ooh, gets repelled. Still a lot of damage coming through. We'll be okay for now.
Oh, the bait.
Envy.
Okay. He's got the Aegis. It's back from round 2. The heals. Keeping Miracle alive here very nicely. Mind control. They'll turn. They've got the Shadow Shaman wards down. Universe. He'll get popped once. The Reincarnate on the side. The Fear trying to push back Liquid. Liquid still yet to lose anyone. The Winter's Curse might do something about that, though, as it does hold Matumba Man in place. No, Matumba. He's fine. Sorry, Mind Control's held. Mind Control's out. Universe jumps in with a Ray Fire Blast. Envy into the midst of it all, but there's the jump forward Miracle, but there's a Cold Embrace save from Pi8, keeping Envy safe. Now the cleanup happens as Liquid lose 4. Willow there with the chase down. They'll tap out. It's enough. 38 to 1. We'll add them up. 39 to 1.
39. DJ, I mean, when you just see that moment right there, DJ just blinks in and hexes you. You're like, wait, Willow has a hex and a blink and a vessel, and he's level 20.
Oh my goodness.
Look at this. The Willow is like the same level as the core heroes.
Wow. Liquid's not going to be feeling too good about that one, and Fnatic are going to be feeling on top of the world. The series ends 1-1, but I think Fnatic definitely the team that's going to come out of that series and go, we did it, boss.
They looked really
turning
solid.
up, beating the reigning TI champion 39 to 1 in one of the games. 37 Kelly, 31 minutes in. It just wasn't close.
And good on them too, right? They just had lost the last game to a Spectre Broodmother, and then they come back like this with like nothing happened. They erased that game from their memory, and it's Fnatic just crushing it.
They lose to a Brood, and then they saw the Huskar. They're like,
whatever.
Oh hell no! I'm not losing to a Huskar after we just lost to a Brood. There's no way. And they didn't. They absolutely the dual lane mid decision to have Pi8 die there with Arbet it ruined Miracle's game. Miracle could do nothing. And I don't think I've ever seen Team Liquid with a worse scoreboard than this.
No,
have we ever seen Liquid lose a game this badly with this roster?
Not. I mean, a 1K, 39 to 1, 37K gold, more than a 1K gold
this
event
has
per
got to
minute.
be the worst that Liquid's lost ever. This really has to be. This game.
This is one of the best I've seen Fnatic. Like
And the best. Sure.
Like their
I mean,
early
yeah,
game was so crisp.
This is Fnatic versus Liquid. Like
Yep.
you cannot take this lightly. Sure, we see some sort of one-sided games, but this is Fnatic, a team that that's sort of been up and down. You know, they weren't at the top of the DPC in terms of numbers. They did struggle, but they just turned up to TI. They just beat the reigning TI champions 39-1.
Good start.
And
they've got
a very good.
Fnatic has 2 series today or 3? They have 2 series today. So.
Oh, people are saying 27-0 EG. When was that?
I mean, that was a while back.
That was
last year,
was
right?
that
Last
ESO
year?
Genti?
That was last year.
Wait, wasn't that Liquid beating EG? I can't remember. Oh, I know, it was Liquid losing. Okay, so people saying, I'd say 39-1's worse than 27-0.
I remember the game when it was 27-0 because they were trying to kill, remember they were trying to kill the Chen. All five men smoked and they tried to kill the Chen and they couldn't, and they GG'd out right afterwards. I think it was Misery Chen.
Oh yeah,
You remember?
I can't remember when it was, but you are right. They did have another.
I remember
rough
that
one.
really well because I remember them 5-man smoke and they didn't kill the Chen and they immediately GG'd out afterwards because they just wanted 1 kill.
Well, at least they killed Arbed this game.
They did kill.
They got a.
They got 1.
But there we have it. So that is first series of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere, because first of all, we're probably going to stick with you because we love you, lads and ladies. So we'll send some less than 3s right out to you. We are going to have Team Secret versus Serenity, and you know what I want to see. Yeah, I want to see some people set Serenity as their favorite team. I want to see the in-game ticker showing some good numbers, some good love for our Serenity boys, because these are the new lads. Well, I don't know much about these guys. You don't. Well, you probably know a bit because you probably did some homework. But these guys, what are we going to see from Serenity? What are we going to see from them?
I hope we get that. Do the offlane co-op to get the Blink Dagger right. I mean, that's one that everyone's hoping for to see. But
are they the new wings? Are they going to
wings?
show us these crazy strats? Behind the scenes, people were saying they were. People were saying Serenity. You got to watch out for this team. They're going to turn up. They're going to catch everybody by surprise. Can they catch Team Secret by surprise, though? Let's have a look. Is the lobby online?
Find out.
We're going to check right now. It is. The lobby is up. We are joining the lobby right now for Team Secret versus Serenity.
But that one might take some time. So remember, we do have a lot of other streams open that you
There's
guys
a
can
lot
go
of
take a
other
glance
streams.
at. But
don't
leave.
Don't you leave.
You have to come back.
Because you won't be able to come back. If you leave this stream, you ain't coming back in here. We're going to send some IP